So part B of the story that Alan was telling is about the Bob. So like most religious figures or manifestations of God, he was being persecuted, and he was finally captured, and he was thrown in prison with a Bobby, which is a follower of the Bob. And when they came to get him to execute him, he said, "I'm not finished what I'm doing." More gracefully and sophisticated than that. And they didn't care. They took him anyway. And they took this young boy that was his follower and bound them in ropes together. And there was a firing squad of how many?
Like 250 people.
Yep. Firing squad with muskets, one shot deal. And the head of this army that was to shoot him was very upset because he finally thought, maybe there is something here, and this guy was sent from God. And he went to the Bob and said, "I don't want to do this." And the Bob said, "Trust in me, all will be well." So there was a firing squad. There was the two of them bound up, and everyone fired. And when the smoke cleared, what happened?
There was nobody there.
Were the ropes there?
The ropes were... Actually, I guess the boy that was tied to him was there. The ropes were all shot to pieces, but the Bob wasn't there.
Right. Where did they find him?
They went back and they found him in the cell where they had originally detained him and came to get him when he said, "There's no force on earth that can prevent me from completing what I'm doing." And then they took him away. Well, that's where they found him, finishing what he was doing. He was writing a tablet or a letter or something. So then they took him from the cell again, but the first 250 soldiers that shot the first time all ran away because they realized
they'd seen a miracle.
So they had to gather up a new bunch, and they did, in fact, gather up a new bunch. And the second time the firing squad let loose their volley, when the smoke cleared this time, the two bodies were so mangled together you couldn't tell one from the other, except for their faces, which somehow were not affected. They didn't get shot in the face, I guess. And then those bodies were taken out and disposed of in a non-traditional manner, like they were basically thrown in a garbage dump, and then eventually those bodies were transported to Haifa, and now they're in the shrine of the Bob.
Yep. And they were, because the Bobbies were being persecuted, they had to hide the remains in behind walls, and they were secreted and moved, and it was very stealthily done until, they could get to the resting place.
Yep.
I like that story. It's very moving. There was a lot of bloodshed at the beginning of the new faith beginning, which is
seems
typical
to be what happens all the time.
Yeah.
Yep. Unfortunate.
Yeah.
The end.